Alam mo, Gordon, wala akong presidente. Wala akong lahat. Sweldo ko lang. Wala akong mga tippers kagaya ninyo. At pinumuna mo na yung pagpunta ko sa tindahan. Punta ko sa tindahan kasi may gusto akong pakipagkita ng isang tao. Girlfriend ko noon, hiwalay na kami. Pero gusto ko lang mamasyal. Pumasok kami doon sa jewelry stores. Totoo yun. Totoo yung tingin ako ng mga relo. Sino bang ayaw ng relo kung magaganda? Ang problema lang, kung may pera ka, kagaya sa iyo, 86 million, ilang relo lang mabili mo. Kaya nahalata ko, nakupon ako kasi ako mahilig sa itong mga ganito lang, mga kasyo. Pero every time magkikita kayo, the last time you were wearing a Rolex, parang gold. Hindi ako nagnakaw ng relo. Pumunta ako ng tindahan. Kayo ang nagnakaw sa gobyerno ng 86 million. Ngayon, ayaw mo pang bayaran. Bayaran mo yan, baka pagdating ang panahon, talagang hindi ka na manalo eh. So wala ka ng protection.
The News Day continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Today marks the second to the last day that aspirants can file their certificates of candidacy for the 2022 elections. To tell us more about how the filings are going so far today, we have JC Cosico reporting live from Pasay City. JC, good morning. What's the latest?
Charles, is the 7th day of COC and CONA filing for national posts here in Sofitel Hotel in Pasay City. Few filers so far this morning, and big names are expected to do so in the coming hours. Today's first filer is electrician Alexander Encarnacion, who filed a COC for president. Entrepreneur Carl Balita also filed a COC for senator. He is running under the slate of Mayor Isko Moreno. Jeffrey Roden also filed a COC for president and Nurses United for party list. Yesterday, 84 aspirants submitted their candidacies for the 2022 polls, 15 for president, 1 for vice president, 18 for senators, and 51 for party list. Among the presidential aspirants who filed their COCs yesterday include Senator Panfilo Lacson, Bongbong Marcos, and Labor leader Yodi de Guzman. Vice presidential aspirant Tito Soto also filed his COC yesterday. Since October 1, there are over 241 filers, majority of which are party list groups. Among those expected to file their COCs today are Bayamuna Chair Nery Colmenares. Colmenares is once again running for the Senate after losing in the 2019 polls. Also trying for the Senate is our attorney Shel Diogno and former Vice President Jejo Marbinay, both of whom lost in their bids for the Senate and Congress in the last election. Senator Francis Pangilinan is also expected to file his COC for re-election. Meantime, aspirants were told to make sure that their COCs are complete with documentary stamps, notary signature, and photo. Those waiting in line 30 meters from the queuing area will still be accommodated tomorrow, the last day of COC filing. Charles, the last day of COC filing and tomorrow, in which the aspirants were told that the last day of correction for typographical errors will be on November 8, 2021, while the tentative list of candidates will be out on October 29. Back to you.
Thank you for those updates, JC, and stay safe. That was JC Cosico reporting live from Pasay. President Duterte said he is not withdrawing his memorandum barring cabinet officials from attending Senate proceedings. In his latest tirades against the upper house, Duterte dared senators to take the matter up with the Supreme Court, where he believes the lawmakers' supposed abuse of power will be revealed. Duterte made this remark after senators criticized the president's order, with Senator Franklin Drilon saying that he wants to bring the issue to the Supreme Court. to question its constitutionality.
Ito ang hindi nalaman ng Senado, tawag ng tawag na walang kakwenta-kwenta, hindi ko naman kayo tanongin. Kabalastugan na nga ito eh. That's why I want them to go to the Supreme Court. Gusto kong makita ng footage ng behavior nila during. I want it recorded in history.
Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque backed the president's move, saying only the Supreme Court has the power to declare whether the memo issued is unconstitutional. He also denied that the palace is asking senators to stop the investigation. But Roque says cabinet officials should not be cited in contempt and they follow the president's orders not to attend hearings.
Kung nagkaroon po ng pag-utos ang presidente sa kanyang mga alter egos, mga miyembro ng gabinete, at hindi na po dumalo sa paghihiring ng Senado, hindi po sila po pwedeng ma-cite in contempt dahil obligasyon po ng mga miyembro ng gabinete na sumunod sa utos ng kanilang presidente.
In the same event, the Health Department also requested the enactment of an administrative order for the meals, accommodation, and transportation allowance of medical frontliners. Speaking to President Duterte, Health Secretary Francisco Duque III said that they have identified a total of 2.51 billion pesos of available funds from the DOH and the Office of the President that can be used for the mat allowance of health workers. But because of the expiration of the effectivity of Bayanihan 2, Duque says the President needs to authorize the use of these funds for mat distribution.
Ang DOH po ay naghanda ng isang administrative order para po pagtibayin ang legal na batayan sa pagpamahagi ng mat allowance para po sa ating mga healthcare workers na hindi pa nakatanggap ng nasabing benepisyo noong pong September hanggang December 2020. At para sa mga nauna nang nakatanggap ng mat, ngunit na mas maliit na halaga, amin pong inirekomenda na sila ay mabigyan ng karagdagan benepisyo katumbas naman ng difference o doon sa pagkakaiba sa naibigay na allowance.
Merck is set to apply for emergency use authorization with the US FDA for its anti-COVID pill. And if approved, this will be the first effective oral COVID-19 drug to ever exist. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez gives us the front seat to the story.
An experimental drug against COVID-19 has been generating a lot of buzz around the world. It's called Molnupiravir, developed by pharma giant Merck.
Sa mga hindi pa nabakunahan, kung magkaroon po sila ng COVID at kasama po sila dun sa at-risk na population, pag binigay mo itong Molnupiravir, yung chance na they will end up in the hospital goes down by half, by 50%.
Merck will apply for emergency use authorization in the US soon. If approved, Molnupiravir will become the first oral antiviral treatment for COVID-19. IATF advisor Dr. Edsel Salvaño says once an EUA has been granted in the US, the approval process here is usually quick. In fact, a clinical trial is already underway at the Lung Center of the Philippines.
In fact, as of yesterday, may 4 na hospitals na nag-grant ng compassionate special permit for this drug ng FDA.
This early, countries like Australia and Thailand are already in talks to buy Molnupiravir in bulk. Meanwhile, the FDA has also approved more brands for the drug TOCILIZUMAB, which is used to treat severe COVID. It's in short supply globally, which has given birth to a black market here in the Philippines, with doses selling for as much as 10 times the retail price.
Naging 3 na yung ating approved na mga brands. Nag-approve din natin isang brand nila, yung Roactemra, tapos meron po yung Temziva at yung Libson, na ngayong buwan na ito ay parating na rin daw.
The FDA also greenlit 2 more brands of baricitinib, which is an arthritis drug. The agency says it's put up a special lane to fast-track emergency use approvals for drugs for the treatment of COVID-19. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
Some mixed results from yesterday's PBA semis games saw San Miguel tying their series as Magnolia goes 2-0. Terence Tonyo erupted in the final frame, earning 15 of his 26 points as the Beerman clawed back from a 19-point hole. Then Marshall Lassiter shot a game winner to clinch Game 2 at a close 98-96. Roger Pogoy again led TNT in scoring with 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 blocks in the losing effort. Meanwhile, Magnolia continued its series domination as they capitalized on Raymond Almazan and Cliff Hitch, getting sidelined on the side of Meralco. Paul Lee finished with a game-high 28 markers to get their second straight win in the best-of-7 series. Here's a quick look at some of today's headlines. In less than an hour, Vice President Leni Robredo is set to announce whether or not she will run for president. The National Telecommunications Commission is set to investigate Bongbong Marcos's use of emergency texts to send updates on his filing of COC. And more showbiz personalities are filing their certificates of candidacy for next year's polls. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 12 noon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.